Chelsea Helfrich. I'm an outfitter in Oregon and Idaho, and run trips on the Wild and Scenic Section of the Rogue River. So my family started outfitting trips in Oregon in 1922 as Prince and a lot of those old-time river guides were kind of, figuring out the design of the Mackenzie River drift boat. They loved to take them and go run on different rivers. And then in 1931, he decided to come down and run the upper section of the Rogue River. So that was when he very first started on the Rogue, and then just kind of fell in love with it and went from there. And my family's been on the Rogue ever since. Everybody asks me what the Rogue is like, and it's so hard to compare it to any other river. I feel like the Rogue kind of has its own mystique about it. It's a canyon within a canyon. It's so lush and green, and the amount of wildlife and just the rapids and the type of fishing, and it has just a different feel down here that, I don't know, it's really special. The fishing on the Rogue is pretty unique. There's 4 rivers in the world that have what they call the half-pounder steelhead run. It's a annually returning steelhead. So the steelhead that we're focusing on are a juvenile steelhead. So they're not coming into the river to spawn, they're just coming into the river to feed. I like to call them they're oversized trout on steroids. And so it is what they are. They're just bright silver, but they're energetic. They run, they jump, they fight.
It's a totally different style of trout fishing. It's a different style of fly fishing. And it's unique. And the way that we fish from the boats is pretty fun, swinging flies, and also standard, typical trout fishing with a hopper dropper. So it's fun. It kind of brings a lot of different things into the mix. Different styles. It's a fun ride.
It's really fun, especially the way that the fishing works on the Rogue, is that even when the fishing is fantastic, it continues to get better each day as you go down closer towards the ocean. So it's a lot of fun. And the guides just know where to go. They know where to point you. They know how to correct your casting. And so it's kind of like a no-brainer. Fishing for dummies in the most beautiful place in the world. Being able to go lodge to lodge, where you just get to pull your boat into the eddy, tie it up, walk up, enjoy the lodge. You come back down in the morning and hop right back in your boat and you keep going. There's just not a lot of places you can do that. And so to have those accommodations and have the really good food, and then, make it so easy to continue on and keep fishing and see everything. And, there's just no hassle to it. It just makes for a really great, smooth experience for people. Even though it's a fishing trip, it's really a trip with fishing. So it's not just about going out there and catching as many fish as you can. It's about the scenery. It's about the connection. It's about the food, the accommodations, the impact that this experience has on people and how that stays with them. Our goal is that we want this to be the experience that they think back on fondly for the rest of their lives. And even better than that, the one that makes them say, we got to go back and do it again.
What was striking to me is to meet a couple that had done this trip 5 times.
Which I think must say something good about Helfrich. You might come back a second time. You wouldn't come back a third or a fourth or more if it really was a mediocre or average experience. So I think that said a lot right from the start. As soon as we start meeting people, we said, what, you've been here how many times? And
there's no cell service, there's no Wi-Fi, there's no reason to check your phone unless you're taking pictures, which there are millions to be had out here. Just the remoteness and the beauty and just the tranquility, it's a really special place.
Every night, too many laughs, no drama. It was wonderful.
I've worked with Ken and Kelsey 20 years. We've got a good program. We've got a good lodge schedule. We've got a good team. It's fun. It's when I come back here, I get to work with my friends and get to know a lot of the customers. A lot of our trips are repeat people, and it's a good spot to be right now.
It's really interesting as an outfitter and a trip leader to, go and meet the people ahead of the trip or to see them the morning of the trip. And they're all a little bit nervous. And they're apprehensive, and did I pack the right stuff? And did I check in with everybody at home, and all that kind of stuff. And then you watch them on the water, just even that first day, and you watch them decompress. and you watch them just kind of settle in. And then the next day, it's even more and more. And then by the end of the trip, it's like, well, we can't go home yet. We're not ready. You know, we want to stay here. We want to keep doing this. And it's so neat to see people get to totally immerse themselves in a place, check out from the outside world, and be able to just be real. This is the real world. I don't know what it is that we live in other than here, but this is the real world. And so to see them just come out as the best version of themselves on the water is really special.